The Apprentice, all the winners so far: Tim Campbell, Stella English and Leah Totton. You'll hide the words every Apprentice candidate dreams of hearing from Lord Sugar when they step into the boardroom. For these lucky 16 contestants, the dream became a reality, but did working with the business guru turn out to be everything they hoped for? Read more, meet the Apprentice 2023 candidates. The Apprentice returns for 2023 with 18 hopeful new candidates vying to become Lord Sugar's next business partner, while Claude Linder rejoins Karen Brady as aides. Here are all the winners of The Apprentice so far and what they did next. Back in the days when candidates were mostly serious business people, Tim Campbell became the first ever contestant hired by Lord Sugar. He bagged a £100,000 a year job at Amstrad, where he stayed working with Sugar for 2 years before going on to a number of other roles, including a perfume business, a property investment consultancy and a digital marketing agency, and was awarded an MBE for his services to social enterprise. Viewers of the 2022 series have been getting reacquainted with Campbell as he has taken over as aide from Claude Linder, who is recovering from a cycling accident. Saira Khan was the runner-up in Series 1, who went on to forge a media career as a regular Loose Women panelist and a Dancing on Ice contestant. Michelle Dewberry is still in and out of celebrity headlines years after winning Series 2. Although just as memorable to fans of the show as runner-up Ruth Badger. After working with Lord Sugar, Dewberry set up a business consultancy, wrote her autobiography, has stood as a pro-Brexit candidate for Hull West and Hessle, and presents a weeknight show for GB News. Read more, Lord Sugar insisted all Apprentice candidates were double jabbed. She was famously in a relationship with fellow Apprentice contestant Syed Ahmed after leaving the show, but in 2020 welcomed a son with former Crystal Palace FC owner Simon Jordan. Dewberry has spoken openly about her mental health struggles and is an ambassador for Women's Aid. Third winner Simon Ambrose was handed a job at Lord Sugar's property division Amsprop, where he worked on a hotel and golf course near Stansted Airport. More recently, Ambrose has branched out on his own in running several London bars and restaurants and is chairman of the London Contemporary Orchestra. Never afraid to look the fool during a task, Lee McQueen's enthusiasm paid off as he rarely lost a task and paved the way for many a cringe-worthy candidate to come. He was known during his time on the show for his "That's what I'm talking about" catchphrase, his reverse pterodactyl impression, which went down particularly badly in the interview round, and lying on his CV about how long he had been at university for. McQueen has since given many an interview on his achievements despite a lack of formal qualifications, and spent a productive couple of years with Lord Sugar at Amscreen before striking out on his own and setting up Raw Talent Academy. Restaurant owner Yasmina Siaduddin was the fifth person to win a £100,000 a year job with Lord Sugar, joining Lee McQueen at Amscreen. She left not long afterwards as she gave birth to her first child, but was later headhunted by Dragon's Den star James Caan and has also ventured into politics as a Conservative candidate for Henley. If there's one former winner's name who is now mentioned in hushed tones in the boardrooms and corridors of Amstrad, it's Stella English. She spent a year in the coveted job with Lord Sugar, but then tried to bring a constructive dismissal case against him, which was dismissed in court. English had complained about a lack of opportunities to progress in the role, claiming she was a glorified PA and overpaid lackey. But Lord Sugar tried to counter-sue her for his legal costs, a move which was also dismissed. Read more, former Apprentice candidate calls the elderly lazy on GMB. He accused English of trying to get an out-of-court settlement and said, "I'm afraid she underestimated me and her reputation is now in tatters." Double quote. At one point during proceedings she said she was having to look at applying for benefits to cover her mortgages on 3 properties and said, "I'm now an unemployed single mother, it's a living nightmare." In 2017, she welcomed a child with snooker player Ali Carter, although the pair have since split. By Series 7, Lord Sugar had decided to change things up a bit by looking for a business partner rather than an employee. The first person to win the new prize was Tom Pellereau, an inventor who was a little different from the usual Apprentice candidate. With Sugar's backing, he launched beauty products company Stylides, which included the Tangle Teaser brush, the world's first curved nail file, and makeup sponge and brush cleaners. No, not that Ricky Martin. Lord Sugar's next business partner was a former professional wrestler who managed to defeat the competition with his idea for a recruitment consultancy. The science and tech recruitment firm has gone from strength to strength, proving a wise investment for the business mogul. Series 9 was known as the glam season of the show, and it certainly reflected that in its winner as Dr. Leah Totton launched her skincare clinic franchise. Her runner-up Louise Zisman became known as a reality TV star, while Totton's Dr. Leah Clinic business, which combines her medical expertise with beauty treatments, has expanded in the south of England. Again, not that Mark Wright. This digital marketing sales manager was hired by Lord Sugar to develop his SEO business Climb Online. When the Australian won the contest, he said, "I've worked so hard and to be sat here is life-changing and the best thing to ever happen to me." Double quote. Read more. Karen Brady criticizes Harry and Meghan for tone-deaf privileged wokeness. Joseph Valenti found that winning The Apprentice didn't necessarily mean his business was made for life, but he showed true champion spirit by bouncing back. The Series 11 winner set up the UK's largest boiler installation firm, but although he was eventually forced to sell, he has since gone on to set up the successful Trade Mastermind, which promotes small businesses and tradespeople. Welsh baker Alana Spencer bagged Lord Sugar's £250,000 investment for her luxury chocolate and cupcake business Ridiculously Rich by Alana. Unfortunately, she suffered a blow last summer when her Cardiff cake shop got a 1-star hygiene rating and in 2017 had to recall home delivery products that didn't correctly list allergens, but has vowed to get things back up to scratch. For the first and only time in the show's history, both finalists were crowned winners in 2017. Lord Sugar found it impossible to choose between two candidates with business plans similar to some we'd seen before, James White's recruitment agency and Sarah Lynn's online personalized sweets delivery company Sweets in the City. Lord Sugar went in a completely unexpected direction for his Series 14 business partner, opting to invest in Sean Gabedon's swimwear company. Gabedon had huge success being stocked at Azos, but truly showed her champion credentials by pivoting into loungewear during the pandemic and raking in the sales through Georgia at Asda as well as globally. The last Apprentice winner was way back in 2019, before the show was forced to take a break due to coronavirus. Another baker emerged triumphant, Karina Lepore, whose South London bakery had its roots in her family, and after investment she was able to open another branch locally. Lepore is the most successful candidate in the show's history, with 9 out of 10 task wins and 3 as project manager. It was a long wait for Apprentice fans to see another boardroom full of candidates vying for a position as Lord Sugar's business partner. But he's finally back and chose Harpreet Kaur as his comeback winner. The dessert business entrepreneur from West Yorkshire won the £250,000 investment in Oh So Yum, which covers dessert parlors and online ordering for cakes and sweet treats. She was part of the first ever all-female Final Four and impressed both the aides and the other candidates with her strong performance throughout the series. The Apprentice continues on Thursdays at 9 p.m. on BBC One. Watch The Apprentice 2022 candidates try to get kids brushing their teeth. The teams attempt to design the perfect children's toothbrush.